Hello, my name is Derek Baker, and this is CBD with DB. In this segment, I'm going to discuss something called THCa. Most people are familiar with THC and CBD, but they've never heard of THCa. Well, that's because there's actually two different types of THC. The plant, when it first makes what's called THCa. It still has an acid attached to it in a long form, so this is why we call it THCa for acid. Now, once it's been broken down through age or through heat, it becomes decarboxylated. This is what we call delta 9 THC. This is the THC that most people are very familiar with. It's what gets you high or has that psychoactive effect. In its raw form, THCa is a non-psychoactive, meaning it does not get you high. What it does do is it works as an anti-inflammatory, it works as a muscle relaxant, it also works as a neuroregulator and helps balance out your equilibrium, which will help with your general health all the way around. Studies have also shown that it helps prevent the proliferation of cancer cells in many people. Now, combining THCa with CBD or some of the other cannabinoids can quite often give you some really great results. One of my favorite products ever is a chocolate bar that was made with both CBD and THCa. It was the best muscle relaxant I've ever used without actually getting me high. One of the most common ways for people to be taking their THCa would be in the form of a tincture. Have it dissolved into something like coconut oil, grapeseed oil, or olive oil, and then a couple drops underneath the tongue, and it's very readily absorbed. Now, you could just take pure isolate and absorb that directly through the mouth, but it's not very tasty, or is it very fun. Another common use for THCa is in mild topicals. Many people with Mexican background will remember Grandma collecting all the shake and leftover bits that no one wanted, putting it into a jar of alcohol and letting it steep like tea. That tea would not actually get you high, but when rubbed on a sore neck or on a back, actually helped many people relieve them of their pain. Today, we can actually buy a commercially prepared version of that in many stores. Now, when you heat THCa at a high enough temperature, it breaks down and it becomes something called delta 9 THC. This is what's called decarboxylation or decarbing it. It's this process that activates it and turns it into a psychoactive compound that gives us the high that we're used to. Now, if you just eat the raw buds, you may get some other medicinal benefits out of it, but you're not going to get high. If you cook them at the right temperature for a long enough period of time, you activate it, you do get that psychoactive high. Hence the old school stereotypical hippie brownies made with actual weed on the inside. They don't taste very good, but they do work. Now, in a future segment, I'll cover better ways of cooking with marijuana to get that effect, but not actually have the weed left inside your brownies. I do think it is important for people to understand that they can get the benefits of cannabinoids without having to worry about the sobriety issues associated with THC. Whether you're in a sobriety program, you need to be responsible as a parent, a worker, or a machine operator, or just plain and simply you like sobriety. Sobriety should not be the reason why you are denied the benefits of cannabinoids just because one of them causes problems for you. The real key is the knowledge of which ones can benefit you without that psychoactive effect and how to avoid the psychoactive effect created by that one cannabinoid. For example, if you decide to try THCa products, you need to know to store them properly and not for any length of time. If they get too much heat, they're going to decarboxylate and turn into that delta 9 that's going to get you high. Or if it sits around for too long, it'll turn into something called CBN, which will just put you to sleep. Then you'll try your product and you won't be very happy with the effects. I hope this segment helped shine a little bit of light on the subject of THCa versus THC for you. If you found it helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe so that you can get my future segments. My name is Derek Baker, and this has been CBD with DB. Thank you very much for watching.